Hey everyone, it's Kaitlyn Hamelin with Keller Williams here in Jacksonville, Florida. If you've been searching for new construction homes, move-in ready options, or wondering if buying brand new is right for you, you're in the right place. Today, I'm touring DR Horton and chatting with one of their experts to give you all the insider info on what makes their homes stand out. All right, guys, as promised, this week is all about new construction, and we're here with Robbie Valenti of DR Horton, and he's going to tell us what makes DR Horton stand out from other new construction homes in the area.
Thank you, Kaitlyn. D.R. Horton in the North Florida division last year closed almost 2,000 homes, which was far more than our closest competitor. So we closed many more homes, and the main reason that we're doing that is because we just simply offer much more for our customers than our competitors do. So when someone's out shopping, they're going to find that there's more items included, like their quartz countertops are included. The all the appliances are included, especially right now. But in general, every things that are considered upgrades with many other builders are included with us at a lower price. And then also we're able to give better interest rates through our partnership with DHI Mortgage. So when they're going and shopping and they're comparing, they're finding that they're getting all the things that they really wanted, and they're getting it at a lower monthly payment. Really, things boil down to monthly payment and affordability to these buyers. And as they're out looking against resales, and then of course they'll compare us to other builders. They're ultimately figuring out that we are the best choice, and that's why we're selling more homes than others. We include things like the smart home packages, which are control panels and echo dots and things that really tie your house to your living. You say, Alexa, please turn the lights on, or please lock the front door. Just make life a little bit more easier on a daily basis. Things that other builders are not including.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. One question that we were asked a lot was what are the advantages of buying a new home compared to a resale home?
Sure, absolutely. There are many reasons that a new home is going to be better than buying a resale, or sometimes we call them a used home in the business. But basically, first and foremost, your upfront costs are going to be a lot lower when you buy a new home, because we're able to help out to pay much more of the upfront closing costs and prepaid items that are associated with purchasing a home than a resale. A resale, they're going to pay the seller is going to pay fewer closing costs, which means the buyer is going to pay more. We're going to pay a lot more, and sometimes we'll pay all the closing costs and prepaids. So the buyer only has to come out of pocket with the down payment, which can be 3.5% FHA, or if they're doing 100% financing, that's zero. So the upfront costs are a very big thing. Also, the cost down the road with repairs on air conditioning units, roof replacement, all the things that come with a house that's been lived in for a number of years, those costs really can grow. So another thing as well is the homeowner's insurance costs are much lower on a new home. We're talking about maybe $40 or $50 on a $250,000 home with a new construction. If you're doing a $250,000 resale, it can be twice that or three times that amount. So there are just a lot more costs associated with the resale than there are with the new construction home.
I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize. They think that new construction is more expensive, but it turns out new construction can actually save you a lot of money. Do you currently have any move-in homes available?
Caitlin, that's a great question. Yes, we do. We're currently sitting in Corsair, which is a community of about 90 homes total. We've built out all but about four buildings, and so we have about 25 that are ready to go that have not sold, and they're completely ready, which is great for people who are their leases are coming up or they're just ready to buy now. The nice thing too about that is they're ready. They've been punched out. They've been looked over. They're going to be like ready. They're not just finishing up at the last moment for somebody to buy. And we have 200 over in all of the north section of North Florida. So anywhere from the St. Johns River, from Green Cove up through the north side, we have 200 standing inventory homes right now for buyers to choose from. So it's a great selection of homes, and they're finished. Like when you walk through them, you don't see outstanding items, so it's going to make the whole closing process a lot easier, and the buyers are ultimately much happier for that.
Sounds like a good deal. A very common question that we've also gotten is what kind of warranties or builder protections come with a new DR Horton home?
Yes, that's a great question. And as you when you sell a resale home, basically that buyer's just getting the keys and good luck, Godspeed type of thing. And with a builder and with us and as well, we have a 10-year policy on any workmanship and materials for 10 years. Any structural damage that's done, anything structurally holding the home together, which would be beams, trusses, girders. Girders are the things that go around the windows that hold them together. Anything structurally holding that home together, there's a 10-year warranty on it. There's a 2-year on your electrical, plumbing, and your AC. In addition to the warranties that the builder have, the manufacturers a lot of times have warranties that will outlast that. So even though we have a 2-year warranty on the AC, for example, Carrier, who we use very often for our AC, they have a 10-year warranty on it. So many times it's easiest to just call our warranty department and say, hey, my AC is having an issue. Is it you that's going to cover it, DR Horton, or is it going to be the manufacturer? And they'll give you that information and help you further set that up. And then there's a 1 year, basically wall to wall, all workmanship and materials. So you can feel comfortable buying a home and not having to worry that right away something's going to go wrong. It's going to cost you some money and time. We're there to help you out after you close and to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. We'd like to sell you more than just one home. We'd like to sell you your first home, your second move up home, and then when you go and you going to retire, we have 55 plus neighborhoods. So we're trying to get the customer for life, and we want to make sure they're happy for the entire time.
Sounds like you really give your customers a peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Can you walk us through the typical home buying process with DR Horton?
Absolutely, Kaitlyn. A lot of people are really tech savvy nowadays, so they'll see us online and do some shopping where they'll come in with someone like yourself, a realtor who's kind of narrowed some things down and identified some properties for them to look at. And then once we figure out which exact home is right for them, the next step is to go ahead and make a loan application online, and then get pre-approved. Once they're pre-approved, we simply can write the purchase agreement. That's done by the on-site agent. So we send that out. Either we can do it in person or we can send that out and they can sign it right in the comfort of their own home. And there's a link. They can just go ahead and pay their deposit online as well. The binder, the good faith money, right online. Very safe and secure. No issues there. So they purchase, and then after they purchase, they're going to gather their documents. They're going to get their W-2s, their pay stubs, bank statements, and they're going to submit those onto a portal, um, the DHI portal. And so they have all their documents for the underwriter to look at. They're going to be having conversations with the loan processor throughout the way. So they'll be going through that loan process, the loan approval process for about, we've been getting them all done within 30 days, but they'll be working on the loan approval process. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and set up their walkthroughs with them with the superintendent. The first walkthrough is going to be basically to orient them with their home to say, this is how you operate the dishwasher. This is where your water shutoff valves are. This is how you work your laundry room. Everything from A to Z on how to actually work the house is going to be important to them. Of course, the superintendents are here on site every day, so if they can't remember something, we're here for them afterwards. The other reason for the walkthrough is to go through and make sure everything is to their liking. So if they notice that there's an imperfection here or there, they'll put blue tape on it. I'm sure you've heard of a blue tape walk before. They'll do that type of thing, and he'll make a list of anything that the homeowner wants repaired. Then the homeowner will come back for a second walkthrough and make sure that everything on that list is taken care of prior to closing. We really want them to go to closing feeling great about their home. We don't like anyone going to closing with open items where they're having to say, oh gosh, I wish this was done, but I know we'll get taken care of, but it's not, we really don't even want that to be a thing. And again, going back to having so many inventory homes already completed, that the percentage of people going to closing with 100% satisfied, that number is way up since we have the inventory already done. Everything's well in advance. There's no last minute, things that need to be done. Nothing's rushed. So that helps with that to where that's really not been an issue at all. So yeah, so that's really that they get through the final walkthrough, and then either that day or the next day they will wire their funds for the closing, and then they'll go to the closing. The closing is on Racetrack Road. We have a title company at our corporate office here in Jacksonville, which is off of Racetrack Road. They'll go there, they'll sign their documents, they'll get their keys, and they'll live happily ever after.
In their DR Horton home.
That's right. That's right.
Here's a good question. Do you guys offer any incentives, promotions, or closing cost assistance currently?
We do. We try not to just sell, hey, these are great incentives because we offer such a great house. I mean, these are 9-foot ceilings and the finishes are so nice, and the appliances, we're giving the appliances as an incentive as well. But there's so much in addition to the financial side of incentives that we give, that it's really incredible to be honest with you. And that's one reason that I work here at DR Horton, and many other agents in this business would like to work here, because you do get to incentivize on top of giving an already great product. Having said that, the incentives that we're offering right now is a free washer dryer, a free refrigerator, stainless steel side by side, the blinds, so there will be blinds on these windows and verticals on the sliding glass doors, and a garage door opener. So the home will be fully turnkey for the home buyer. That's a $5,310 value there. In addition to that, we're paying, I would say all of the closing costs and all of the prepaids for this community right here. There may be some extra depending on for 1 year HOA dues. In addition to that, we'll have to look and see, but it'd be very close. We probably could do that. And then it's 15,000 total is what we could do.
Wow.
So that would cover the closing costs and prepaids. There may be enough there to also pay closing costs for 1 year. And then in addition to that, the buyers get a 3.99 interest rate on all of these homes that are here, and on not a lot of the homes that are in Jacksonville. Not all, but all of them that are in this neighborhood and in many communities. And that's going to shave off, it can be $300, $400, $500 a month, depending on what sales price you're looking at, obviously. But when you take the overall picture into consideration, it's fully turnkey, all the appliances, all the closing costs and prepaids, potentially even your HOAs for a year, and a 3.99 interest rate. It's very difficult to find that, very difficult to beat that anywhere. Especially when you take into consideration the quality and the finishes of the home that already come included. So that's why we've been so successful. That's why we've sold over 1 million homes nationally, and we've been the number one builder since 2002. Number one, we've built more homes than anybody else in the country since 2002 every year, because we offer so much. But yeah, so those are the incentives that we have right now.
Those are amazing.
Yeah, they really are.
Is financing available through DR Horton, or do you guys have a preferred lender?
Yes, that's a great question. We do have a preferred lender. It's DHI. That's DR Horton's own lending company. I mean, they're separate, but they are affiliated with us. And the great thing about it is they only have our customers to deal with. It's not like some big bank that's dealing with 1 million people. They only are in existence to service our customers. So when our customer makes a loan application or makes a phone call to them, they're extremely important to DHI. That's their whole world. That's all they exist for, is to service them. So it just makes it very easy. I can call, they're right on top of things. There is no, let me get back to you. It's a very smooth process. As far as, make the mortgage, making a loan application, never fun, but they definitely make it easy, and it's much more smooth to have them as our partner, because they're with us right along the way, and they let us know that we have meetings with them where they let us know. We all communicate very well together. The buyer, myself, my loan officer, we're always in communication, and all the way down to when they close. And the buyers really do appreciate having that communication level.
Nice. Here's my favorite question. What advice would you give to buyers who are ready to make the move but are unsure if new construction is the right fit?
Well, I would just say if you're, take all the costs associated with moving into a new home versus an older home, and the fact that you're not going to have any repairs to deal with right when you first move in, the amount of money that it's going to cost for you to move into an older home that you will have repairs on, and you will have higher homeowners insurance, and you will have more issues with. Just financially, it's a better deal. And then you get to come home to a brand new home with everything smells good, everything's brand new. Of course, there's going to be people who just want to have a resale, an older home in an older neighborhood, and they love that quaint feel, and that's fine. And it's not for everybody, but if you're on the fence and you're saying, I want to get more house, and I want to be able to have it financially be the better deal, and have it longer and have things not breaking down, that's where it really makes sense to go with a new home.
If you're ready to explore new homes for sale in Jacksonville or want help navigating the new construction buying process, I'd love to be your guide. Feel free to reach out. My info's below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real estate tips and tours. See you in the next video.